I met a traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions read which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things. The hand that mocked them and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair." Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away.
In his poem, Ozymandias, Percy Shelley reflects on how an enormously powerful emperor, known as Ozymandias or Ramesses II, has had his power eroded by the waves of time. This pharaoh lived over 3,000 years ago in 1213 BC. Shelley imagines this powerful emperor's statue standing now deserted in a desert. Now, he wasn't far off. Here is it being uncovered in 2017.
Archaeologists in Egypt have made what's described as one of the most important ever discoveries. A joint Egyptian-German team have found parts of two statues, one of which is thought depicts Ramses the Great, the pharaoh who was the most powerful and celebrated ruler of ancient Egypt more than 3,000 years ago. The head of the statue, which was submerged in groundwater at the site of the king's temple, was excavated. Experts will attempt to extract the remaining pieces of both statues before restoring them.
Why am I telling you this? Well, when I think about the effect of that time between us and Ramesses II, it makes me feel very small. That time period has had the power to erode this tremendously powerful pharaoh into almost nothing. That sort of time difference can make an individual person feel very small. However, you can also look at time in an even broader way. This is how long human beings have existed for.
How can that not make you feel small?
But it's not just time that can make you feel small. Space can make you feel small. Consider the Earth in our solar system, and then our solar system in our Milky Way, then our Milky Way from the broader galaxy. How can this not make you feel very small? Indeed, knowing that we are this small speck in the universe and that we only exist for this brief moment shouldn't make us feel less big because we are scarce. We value so many things in our world more due to their scarcity. For example, diamonds. We value them because they are scarce. So surely we should value our existence, what we do with our time, even more because of its scarcity. Another thing that can make us feel small are the challenges that we face. COVID, global warming, global inequality. These problems can make an individual person feel really small, inconsequential. But maybe we actually need to think about that in a different way as well. Maybe we need to think bigger. It is this generation, this speck in the universe, who have the power to address these problems, to make changes and to think bigger. If you need any inspiration, you need to look no further than our school houses. Each of them are named after an inspirational figure who can inspire us in how we look at the world. Rosalind Franklin, the chemist whose research was essential in finding out the structure of DNA. Ada Lovelace, the mathematician who's credited as being the first computer programmer. Amelia Earhart, the pilot who pushed what was possible to do in an aeroplane. And Mary Shelley, the novelist who thought about the scientific issues of her day and came up with the monumental novel Frankenstein. These are all people who approach challenges by thinking bigger. In the poem that we started with, that powerful emperor Ozymandias was reduced to nothing. At one point he was seen as colossal, his power insurmountable, but eventually he was reduced to nothing. In that same way, these challenges that we face that seem insurmountable, that seem colossal, they too can be addressed if we all think bigger.